You give a massive round of applause for tonight's absolutely brilliant band. Please clap your hands together for the Sound Chase Trio!
In the fall I was a sinner, in the spring I was a saint. That snow seemed to fall forever, then the flowers bloomed too late. And the way you said you loved me wouldn't mean that much to some, but I love yous don't come often, at least not for everyone. And I've been walking down the soles of my shoes, and I've been going out at night till the hour that I choose. And I don't ever ask for nothing, or I get nothing in return, 'cause I've been walking just to feel sunlight burn. And all the poets fill the spaces where the silence used to be, and the painter shows places beyond what our eyes can see. Guys like me will always write our songs of living on the run, but these songs don't come too often, at least not for everyone. And I've been walking down the soles of my shoes, and I've been going out at night till the hour that I choose. And I don't ever ask for nothing, or I get nothing in return, 'cause I've been walking just to feel sunlight burn. There are stories that are worth telling that you'll never hear me tell. Things that I am not too proud of, things that I have not done well. I wouldn't say I was a boy who became a man in that lonely place. I'd say I was a man already, now with more wrinkles on his face. And I've been walking down the soles of my shoes, and I've been going out at night till the hour that I choose. And I don't never ask for nothing, or I get nothing in return, 'cause I've been walking, oh, I've been walking just to feel sunlight burn. Oh, 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 oh. Very good. All right. Hello, London. It's good to see all of you. What the fuck are you doing here? This is amazing. Oh, man. It's so nice to be here and see all you people. Where are you from? Doesn't matter. We're from San Francisco. We came super far to be here. We're at the tail end of our tour here in your fair country, and it's been really, really fun. We've definitely debauched ourselves from place to place, town to town. It's been super fun. And it's really nice to be able to say that we haven't had a single dud this entire tour. And, you know, I'm always a little bit worried about big cities like London, but this is awesome. I mean, I think we're like pretty close. I don't know if it could get more packed than this. This is amazing. You can give yourself a round of applause. I don't know. It's just... That's the thing about your audiences. I'm usually used to a little bit more heckling, too. You guys are so nice and polite that if you guys stay quiet, I'm just going to keep talking. So. Or I'll just play another song. JK, this song's for you, buddy. Every solution needs a problem, and every workhorse needs to be run. You say it's so easy with the wind at your back, but I like it when it blows at my front. The birds have stopped singing in the garden, as the sun loses its battle to the night. The fox is in the hen house serving chicken noodle soup, so it looks like we're having fox again tonight. I feel strong, hardened by the years on the hook. Even though I grow weary, oh, I know that I can do it, I can. I know that I can do it, I can. The air is much sharper in the winter. It blows anyway and anywhere it pleases. But it's not meant for breathing, it's for chugging and for wheezing as you trudge your way through into the spring. And every day is a lifetime to the Mayflies, and our lifetime's just a moment to the mountains. So pound the pavement, let it fly, release the soil locked inside. Now that we're done, let's put it back the way we found it. I feel strong, hardened by the years on the hook. Even though I grow weary, I know that I can do it, I can. I know that I can do it, I can. My memory can't remember what's a dream. What is this life that I've been living in my sleep? Is it that my dreams are just a lie and as dull as my waking life? Or is my life one most people only see in dreams? Is my life one most people only see in dreams? Thank you very much, everybody. So this next song here, I wrote when I was thinking about Elvis Presley. And growing up when I was a kid, I was a big fan of Elvis Presley. He was kind of my first kind of rock and roll idol that I looked up to. So much so that, you know, the first time I ever stepped on stage and got paid to do so was as a little Elvis impersonator. I was 7 years old, and it was this fashion show at the mall, and I was the mid-show entertainment. And I came out dressed as Elvis Presley, and I regaled the crowd at the mall with lip-syncing to Jailhouse Rock and Hound Dog. And my mom had made me this rhinestoned, you know, white onesie outfit with wide lapels and a big long scarf, red scarf, and I would dab my forehead, and I had the lip thing going, and I, you know, could do all the moves and the karate and everything. Blew the fucking house down at that mall, and at 7 years old, and they paid me $50 to do it, and I knew that I would never, at that point, have a real job ever again. And, you know, so, but the thing is that Elvis Presley died before I was born, and so, you know, I didn't really know much about Elvis Presley the man. I only knew Elvis, the king of rock and roll, the rock god that was Elvis Presley. He was always just this kind of deity type of rock and roll figure that existed up in the ether somewhere. And I didn't, you know, we were never on the earth at the same time. And I was thinking about Elvis, and I was thinking about, you know, it's like, Elvis was just a man. He was a grown-up man, much like myself. Perhaps there's some similarities between the two of us. And so I Wikipedia'd Elvis Presley, and I read a little bit about his life. We don't have a whole lot in common, to be honest, but I got to thinking, you know, there was a period of Elvis's life, right near the tail end of his life, where he was referred to as the old Elvis period of his life, and that was shortly before he died. And I was like, I don't even know how old Elvis was when he died. And so I looked it up. Do you know how old Elvis was when he died, when old Elvis died? Do you know how old Elvis was?
43.
He was 42 years old.
Oh.
So close. 42 years old. And I could tell from that chuckle and that sigh that I don't think that you think that 42 is particularly old or deserving of being called old Elvis, and you'd be right. But I was thinking, well, shit, man, if old Elvis wasn't that old, how fat was fat Elvis? So I Google imaged fat Elvis, and it turns out fat Elvis wasn't even that fat. He was a very body-confident young man that would strut out on stage every single night in his rhinestone white onesie with big lapels and his big old scarf, and he had the lip thing, and he'd fucking do the karate, and he'd wow everybody with all their favorite songs all night, leaving them wanting more, sweating buckets and having a good time. And people called him Fat Old Elvis. I'm not even 42 yet, but you would never catch me in a white rhinestone onesie at this point. 7-year-old was it. I didn't know what body shaming was. But I do now. Don't feel sorry for me. I'm getting paid to be here tonight. But I was thinking to myself, I'm not quite 42 just yet. And Ozempic has been doing wonders. So if I can keep to a relatively slim body weight and make it to 43, I could call myself more successful than the king of rock and roll. Because that's something he never did. I don't need the gold records. I think selling out the Green Note in London is enough. I hope this is a sellout. Is this a sellout? James, do we sell out? Yeah. Oh, yeah! We made it, guys. We made it. Well, anyways, this is kind of a motive. This song has nothing to do with Elvis, but this song has everything to do with me, and it's to motivate me to make it past Elvis. And this song is called Don't Let Me Die Middle-Aged. No one expects the night to come when the sun's still in the sky. No one's ever won the race with no finish line in sight. And no one writes just half a song and expects it to be a hit. No one gets over the hump and then decides to quit. No one's ever told you much without getting to the point. No one sets their sights on NYC and then settles on Des Moines. And no one tells a story without a beginning or an end. It's the middle that's forgotten and never heard of again. Don't let me die middle-aged. Don't let me die middle-aged. I'm too young to die old. I'm too old to die young today. Don't let me die middle-aged. Don't let me die middle-aged. The sun rises and sets as we forget about the day. No one climbs up half a mountain and then decides to stop. If so, you ain't no mountain climber, boy, you've just gone for a walk. You hear finish what you start, and once you start, you see it through. You hear no one likes a quitter, even if that's not always true. You hear it's better to die young, you hear those stars burn the most bright. But you also hear a life well lived is to have lived a good long life. But you never hear those middle years are the best times to go. Once you've settled with a wife and kids, man, that's the time to blow. Don't let me die middle-aged. Don't let me die middle-aged. I'm too young to die old. I'm too old to die young today. Don't let me die middle-aged. Don't let me die middle-aged. The sun rises and sets as we forget about the day. Well, it's how the story works. After the beginning is the middle, or after the middle is the ending. It really is that simple. But if you rate from best to worst, which of these you most prefer, the middle always comes in last, which is not the way it works. 'Cause no one thinks the ending comes in the middle of the book. There are so many more pages, and someday we'll have a look. What's read is in the past, and what we read is yet to come. But now's not as exciting as what we'll do or what we've done. Now, I know you're a super polite British audience, and polite British audiences tend to be pretty quiet, reserved. Prove it. Prove it. Because we're all going to sing this together, all right? And I think it'll make all of us kind of feel like we've established a strong circle of trust if we sing this last chorus together. Would you agree? Yeah. See, that was a quiet yeah. I understood the sentiment.
It is a little.
Hell yeah, motherfucker!
So it goes, don't let me die middle-aged. Remember? Okay. Don't let me die middle-aged. Don't let me die middle-aged. I'm too young to die old and too old to die young today. Don't let me die middle-aged. Don't let me die middle-aged. The sun rises and sets as we forget about the day. There's just as much to do, and there is just as much to say. is all that I have done and all that I have said. Thank you very much. All right.
Hey Sam, can we get a little bit more microphone back here? I can barely hear your banter.
Oh. This is Will here. You ask Will.
Will, can you get a little more mic?
Well, we've had a lot of fun. This is our second to last show. Our last show is in Deal tomorrow. And then we'll be headed home. But we've had so much fun. This is our fourth time coming over here. And every time we come here, we learn something new. And then sometimes we don't learn anything at all. Like, for example, what the fuck is a pudding? Somebody explain to me in simple terms, one definition. What is a pudding?
Stodgy cake with custard.
No, it's not. There are other things that are also pudding.
Dessert?
No, because there are savory puddings that you eat with dinner. Or breakfast, right?
Yorkshire.
Yeah. Am I blowing your mind right now? You should be.
You're right, it is confusing.
I've been asked. That is not a satisfactory answer. I need to know before I leave this country. We have one thing that is a pudding, and apparently here it is not a pudding.
It makes you as fat as Elvis.
Well, that's a good definition right there. That is something I could wrap my teeth around. Because we went over to Camden Market before we played after sound check, and I walked up to this food vendor, and it was a Yorkshire burrito. And I was like, is this a pudding? And he was like, I was like, everything's a pudding. Everything in your country. It's like, every man is either named James or Paul, and everything is a pudding. How many people are named James in this room? Everybody else is named Paul. All right. That's enough tuning banter. This song is called The World Ain't Gonna Spin Your Way. Up and face the day, wash your face and comb your hair. You're a gift upon the world, here for everyone to share. If you don't realize your worth, then you won't have any fun. Next time you look into that mirror, tell that guy he's number one. The world ain't gonna spin your way. It only spins every night and today. The only way you can keep up is to get on those 2 feet and run. Which path you gonna take? Which path you gonna take? Take a gamble in the morning, count your chips when the sun is set. Cash out or double down before you rest your weary head. The sunlight is your lady, the light shining in your eyes. The moonlight is your mistress, the dark secrets that you hide. Oh, the world ain't gonna spin your way. It only spins every night and today. The only way you can keep up is to get on those 2 feet and run. Which path you gonna take? Which path you gonna take? Drink a pint of whiskey and sing away your blues. Drink a jug of rum and howl at the moon. Drink a liter of vodka with your comrades by your side. Down a bottle of tequila with your amigos by the fire. Oh, the world ain't gonna spin your way. It only spins every night and today. The only way you can't keep up is to get on those 2 feet and run. Which path you gonna take? Which path you gonna take? Give it up for Chandra Johnson on the violin, everybody. Now I have lied and cheated, that is just the way I was taught. May have committed a crime or two, but only when I get caught. 'Cause life is here for living, rules are here to give us pause, to think of what we're about to do, and will it hurt the ones we love? Oh, the world ain't gonna spin your way. It only spins every night and today. The only way you can't keep up is to get on those 2 feet and run. Which path you gonna take? Which path you gonna take? Which path you gonna take? Well, I feel like we've established a strong circle of trust at this point. And we're going to use that trust as an opportunity to play you guys a new song that we've been working on this tour. This song is called What's Yet to Come. Every song's already been sung. Every story's already been told. Every word has been said, written, printed, and read. Every joke has already gotten old. And every mountain's already been climbed. Every treasure's already been claimed. Every trail's been blazed, every path has been paved to make way for what's yet to come. What's yet to come, nobody knows. What's yet to come keeps us on our toes. What's yet to come is the hope that the past that we wrote will help us go beyond where we're from. What will become is what's yet to come. Every heartstring's already been plucked. Every gambler has run out of luck. Every born romantic makes it look so mechanical. Yet we're all in till they call our bluff. And every dog has already had its day. Every adventure is well underway. Every word of this song can't put my finger on. Where I've heard it, no one can say. What's yet to come, just how it goes. What's yet to come is right under our nose. What's yet to come will erase the past and replace it with a new race that we've yet to run. what's yet to come. And every time that I count on my scars, I take time to thank my lucky stars. 'Cause all the times that I've been what I thought was the end, there's a bend in the road that I'm on. 'Cause what's yet to come is all that we get. What's yet to come is anyone's bet. What's yet to come, if we're lucky, is to see what's still coming and enjoy all the time we have left. 'Cause what will become is what's yet to come. What will become is what's yet to come. All right, this next song is a heroic and victorious song about drinking too much and having way too much fun. Now, which we will be doing at some point. We played in this 700-year-old cathedral, former cathedral last night in Sudbury. And it was one of the most beautiful venues we've ever played, besides the Green Note, of course. But it was this vast, epic hall with this incredible natural reverb and everything. And we just couldn't wait to get back to James's, our tour manager's house, so we could get proper pissed. But no, it was actually one of the best shows of the tour until the Green Note, of course. But yeah, this heroic and victorious drinking song about having, way too much fun is, when we play with the band, it's heroic and victorious, but I was playing it one night as a solo performer, and I introduced the song as a heroic and victorious song about drinking too much and having way too much fun. And after the set, a guy came up to me at the merch booth and he said, "Hey, Sam." And I said, "Yeah, buddy." And he said, "Hey, you know that heroic song you were talking about?" And I was the heroic and victorious one about drinking too much and having way too much fun. And he was like, yeah, that one. And he was like, "Are you doing okay, buddy?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "Well, that's the saddest fucking song I've ever heard, man." And I was like, "No, man, it's like heroic and it's victorious. I mean, it's a little sad, but it's more about like, coming together, the camaraderie of going out into the night and stuff." And he was like, "No, it ain't. But I'll be praying for you." And then he turned around and walked away, and I was like, what a weird dude. Totally didn't get it. And so then the next night, we were playing in a different town, and I wasn't solo. I was with this trio here, Devon, McClive on the cello, Chandra on the violin, of course. And I introduced the song as a heroic and victorious song about drinking too much and having way too much fun. And I told the crowd about the guy the night before. And so I said, "Well, so you guys get to decide at the end of this song whether this is a heroic and victorious song about drinking too much and having way too much fun, or if this is the saddest fucking song you've ever heard." And about halfway through the song, I realized that if you put violin and cello to Happy Birthday, it's the saddest fucking song you've ever heard. So I decided then and there that I don't think I was going to ask the audience because most of them in the front row were crying. And so I realized that, yeah, perhaps that guy had a point. So anyways, here's the saddest fucking song you've ever heard. It's a cold night, and it calls for cigarettes. Oh, it calls for whiskey drinks, and it calls for no regrets. It's gonna be a night where all the girls don't know just who they're up against. And all these peaceful weekend warriors, well, they've all gone off to bed. And I need a long night like I need a rope around my neck. Well, I'll be swinging from the rafters before it all comes to an end. Even though I count it as a loss is better than no bet. But I'll always be a betting man, even when they stack the deck. Oh, oh. It's a cold night, and I should take care of myself. It's not until I hit the bottom do I worry about my health. Or I can be burning like a flame while I am chilled down to the bone and soaring high above the rooftops while I'm sinking like a stone. And I need a long night, I need to get this off my chest. It's not for picking up the pieces, it's for throwing out the rest. Tonight we've got a point to prove. We're not too old for this just yet. What's the point of being a better man when you can never be the best? Oh, oh. Whoa, 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 It was a cold night, thought I'd never see the dawn. But now my skin's a suit of iron to protect a soul that's made of stone. But my heart still pounds a war drum rhythm as it rattles in my chest. And I'm standing on the front lines watching the sun rise overhead. And I needed last night, I may need it again tonight. 'Cause I'm a solitary warrior fighting a solitary life. So I'll see you in the morning, and I may have stories to tell. These nights may be the stuff of legends, so let's make legends of ourselves. Oh, see what I mean? Well, I'm going to play 2 more songs for you guys, and then we're going to take a little break so you all can get more drinks and so you can buy all of our merch that we have for sale. And I'm going to play these 2 songs solo here. Give Devon and Chandra a break. But I'm going to play you a couple new songs here, and then we'll take our break. And I wrote this song. I feel like sometimes you need a kick in the ass, and whether it comes from outside sources or within, every now and then you just need like a big kick in the butt. And I wasn't getting it from outside sources, and so I decided to go inward and find it in a song. And this song is called "Crack Your Own Whip." I'm falling with the angels, I'm howling with the wolves, I'm keeping time with my heartbeat, digging my heels in the earth, and I'm spinning with my shadow, my hands are tugging on the wind, giving a beating to my ego, shadow boxing with my ear, resting my head upon my shoulder. As I'm sinning with my saints, my mind is itching to go wander. As I'm told to know my place, I need my soul to give me solace, and my body be surrounded. I need my mind to give me silence, and my spirit keep me grounded. You're not getting time off for good behavior. Do the bad stuff now and the good stuff later. You wanna give them all the slip. You gotta crack your own whip. I'm a mess among the manly, more than most of all the masses. But when I'm not, I'm mainly lonely, hoping someday this feeling passes. Man, I'm weary of my worries, but I'm a warrior of the weary. But I worry that my war might be working just to kill me. And so I'm in and out of nothing, and I'm flowing with the tide, taking my hands off of the wheel and try to sink into the ride. Losing my grip on all this madness, keeping my eyes on the horizon, not sure which way I'm headed. I want it to be a surprise. You're not getting time off for good behavior, so do the bad stuff now and the good stuff later. You want to give them all the slip. You gotta crack your own whip. Holding on for the sake of holding on just a little more. But I refuse to believe in the belief that letting go is a loss of self-control. I think you might be mistaken about how much we can take. I never dream when I am sleeping. I'm barely here when I'm awake. So close your eyes and take a deep breath. Over and over I've been told, though the journey may be ending, it's not a bad way to go. You're not getting time off behavior, so do the bad stuff now and the good stuff later. You wanna give them all the slip, I'll show you a little trick. You gotta crack your own whip. Any Donald Trump fans in the audience? Good. I'm not a fan either. For the record, you never really know with an American coming to town what they think. I just want to make it very clear, not a fan. So much not a fan that I wrote a song. This song I wrote was after the first assassination attempt of Donald Trump. No. See, the thing is, for most of my life, Donald Trump has kind of been a fixture in American lifestyle, you know, an icon, if you will, kind of like just a bad guy who's always been bad and has never wanted to do any good in the world. But it's just, and I've never wished anything but harm upon him for most of my life. And then I got a notification on my phone that there was an assassination attempt against Donald Trump. And I was driving and I looked at it, I was like, oh my God. And my heart kind of skipped a beat a little bit. And I went, oh no, that's a horrible thing. It's not a good thing to, you know, I don't condone violence of any kind. And no matter how much, you know, it's like you kind of fantasize about it, when it happens in real life, it's not okay. And when I felt that, I was like, oh, cool, I'm a good person. But it got me thinking, and I think there were a lot of us in the States that were kind of having this, especially people on the left, that were having this kind of existential crisis where we were like, oh my God, I hope he's okay, but I hate the guy. But I hope he's okay. But I mean, yeah, violence isn't okay, but I hate that guy. And there was all this kind of back and forth on Facebook, a lot of uneducated opinions about things, and people fighting back and forth. And I felt that it was incumbent upon me to set the record straight, as I often do, through song. Because there are certain things that are inherent to being an American, and certain things that we disagree on. But one of those inherent things is that we all know that Donald J. Trump is still the biggest asshole in the world. Even if you like him, he's an asshole. And so I wanted to remind everybody that. So this song is called Donald J. Trump is Still the Biggest Asshole in the World. It's a sing-along. There was a shooter on the roof with an AR-15 today. He shot at a man whose politics have been driving me insane. The bullet missed by half an inch, and I'm glad that he's okay. But that doesn't mean that there's anything nice I have left to say. Violence of any kind should never be the norm. Democracy's a fragile thing to practice and perform. He has my sympathy today, but tomorrow we get back to work. 'Cause Donald J. Trump's still the biggest asshole in the world. You got it. He didn't take a bullet for you, at least not willingly. It says nothing about his policies or his ability to lead. Nothing has changed, he's still deranged and just as power hungry. And he might use this as an excuse to burn down the entire country. Violence is a sickness, and he isn't the cure. He is just a symptom of all the violence we've incurred. I'm not saying for a second that he got what he deserved. I'm just saying that Donald J. Trump still the biggest asshole in the world. Good for you, London. An outpouring of sympathy from both sides of the aisle. A little bit of civility was nice there for a while, but let's not get lost in the clouds and let's come back down to earth. 'Cause Donald J. Trump's still the biggest asshole in the world. Oh, maybe this all has changed him. Well, that'd be nice to hear. If he has anything nice to say, well, I'd gladly lend an ear. He got shot in the ear. Oh, I hope he lives a long life as a prison cell jailbird. Cause Donald J. Trump's still the biggest asshole in the world. Sing it with me. Donald J. Trump's still the biggest asshole in the world. Let him hear it. Oh, Donald J. Trump, still the biggest asshole in the world. Oh, Donald J. Trump, still the biggest asshole in the world. We're going to take a short little break, get a drink, talk to your friends, buy some merch, come back. We'll play a whole nother set. Thank you guys so much.